The thought of being called a doctor drives so many people to do a PhD, and at the end of it, they end up either jobless, frustrated, confused, and unable to fit into either an academic system or a corporate system. And to some degree, if there was a little bit of preparation at the beginning, they won't have to face all of this. So I am here to tell you the reasons why not to do a PhD as someone who is a researcher as well. When you start your day without having any clear layout of how the day is going to go, but you're just wishing and hoping that everything will be accomplished, today is one of such days. So right now I'm going to do some printing, some documentation that I need to get to my lawyer. I cannot disclose everything right now to you guys, but soon you will know. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm also hopefully going to get a carpenter who can do me a chair. I'm trying to design an office chair, so hopefully we'll be able to get that sorted today. I think those are the two priority things on my list today. I hope that it's in frame. Is it in frame?
It's in frame.
Yeah guys, so it's been quite a while since I filmed on YouTube, and clearly it shows. I was talking the whole time, I did not even know it was not in frame. So anyway, we shall see how today goes. I am going to be going around with my friend, my best boo. Are you shy? It's shy. Supposed to get on with it.
So I'll get my own glasses there. So that way show so I think all things they boy.
They boy, they look and they bad boy. Handsome young man. Wow. In Africa, titles are such a big thing, and in Cameroon especially, you have a lot of people who have PhDs but don't really have much that they're doing. In fact, I think last year or so we had news of PhD holders crying and collapsing and drinking poisoning to die because they were not being given jobs to lecture in universities. And when I look at this, I see a system where people are being pushed to have titles, being pushed to progress from a BSc to an MSc and a PhD without actually giving them some sort of career counsel as to what to do when they obtain a PhD. Hello? Hi, Barrister Sheila. Are you in office?
No, not yet. I'm still at home.
Okay, alright. Thank goodness I called because I'm parked right in front of your office. When will you be around?
I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Tomorrow is Sunday, right? After church, I'll pass around. We shall see.
Yes, exactly. I want to pass there after church.
We'll speak later then.
Okay, good day.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
If you are doing a PhD because it's just the next thing to do after a master's and you don't have a clear plan, this can actually be a problem for you once you graduate because you will not know what to do next. So the first mistake that people often make is not having a clear plan. So you need to decide and be sure what you want to use your PhD to apply to. For example, do you want to work in academia? Are you rooting to become a lecturer or a professor or a published author? Are you looking to work in a research institution? A lot of countries have research institutions where they need PhD students who have these research skills. Are you looking to apply your research work to maybe a job that you already currently have, but you were just wanting to expand on your skills? Or maybe you're just passionate about a community project you want to implement, but you wanted to get the skills to be able to implement that project. So you cannot just wake up and decide to do a PhD because you have nothing else to do, because not only would it take your time and money, but you end up frustrated when you are jobless at the end and more confused than when you began. So when we're here, you go to expensive. Yeah, I prefer that one for office. This one looks more posh. So I decided to make instead of buy a chair because it could be more personalized to suit my needs, I guess, and also I think it's more affordable. So far so good. It's already looking promising. Without a scholarship or the necessary funding, a PhD can be extremely financially strenuous. So I would highly advise, if you don't have a full-time job while doing your PhD, to seek funding and obtain funding. It is a very bad idea for you to start a PhD without a clear plan on how it's going to be funded, because that thing can literally drive you broke. Very, very broke and very, very fast. So Another mistake people often make is that they don't have a clear plan in the 3 or 4 years how they're going to be financing themselves. How are you going to be feeding? Because a PhD takes so much time. It's like a full-time job. If you're doing it full-time, you will not have time to actually work. So you need to have funding that is going to be able to sustain you while you're doing your studies. If not, then it's a bad idea for you to get into it. You need to be able to make peace with the fact that you will have to postpone some of your plans. And I think that's something I really struggled with, because I'm the kind of person that, when I set a goal, I really shoot to achieve it within a specified time. So it was really, really challenging for me. Even now, as I'm speaking, there are certain plans that I had wanted to execute by the time I was back home in Cameroon, but I kept on postponing the plans because each time I want to do something, I'll need to follow up this new paper, edit it, resubmit it. Each time I want to do something, I'll have to do more editing, more correction. So I kept on postponing my plans, and it made me feel so bad because I was like, So I completed the paint work in this room, and as you can see, I'm not a professional, so some parts, still have the paint, the previous paint, and then here as well, you can see the paint is chipping. So I'm just going to put another layer of paint to cover the areas that are cracking, and hopefully that will sort out the whole situation. I think when climbing up the academic ladder, there are a lot of people that are so focused on academia alone, following the route of a lecturer, a professor, associate professor, and all of that. And I think more people need to look outside of academia as well to see that there are other options. You can't, or you shouldn't only feel like you are stuck in one place. There's much more that we can do, especially in the community. You can apply your research to the community and have direct impact on people's lives. When there are no jobs and an oversaturation of employees in a specific field, we definitely need to think out of the box. The way I am boiling. Anyway, it's a Monday and I'm heading to go and drop off those documents since I did not succeed on Saturday, and this is a brand new week, and yeah, we need to get kicking. So let's go and sort this whole situation out. So today is Sheila's birthday, and I just saw it on her WhatsApp status. I want to surprise her. I think I'll just get her, I don't know, maybe some chocolates or something. Is it possible for us to stop somewhere so I can get her something?
Yeah.
Alright, perfect. So at least wish her happy birthday. Proudly made in Cameroon. Wow, since 1967. Hey. Her office is literally 3 floors up, so by the time I got there, I was just done. But yeah, it was a successful mission. You need to be conscious about the physical, emotional strength that you have to be able to handle various tasks. So if you cannot take on a lot, just be prepared to let go of certain things. For me right now, it's gotten to a point where I told myself I cannot put these things off forever. I'm just better going to start, and then God will give me the strength to do what I need to do. So right now, I'm tired of putting things off. There are certain things that I just have to execute, and I pray God will give me the strength. But you need to be ready that it's a possibility that you will have to put off certain things you really, really want to do until your studies have been completed. There's a certain degree of isolation that comes with doing a PhD as well, and I feel like a lot of people don't speak about this, but you are isolated in a project that only you really understand, and you don't have time for anything, you don't have time for anyone. You are constantly under pressure, constantly under stress. It is so exhausting. And so if you're not the kind of person who can be able to withstand isolation for a prolonged period of time, then you need to really think and see if this is the right thing you need to do. You need to pray about it and seek the face of God if this is something you want to do. For me, I was so isolated to the point where
even having time to do my prayers like I normally did, to have time isolated in the sense that I was just always busy in front of my laptop catching up with one deadline or the other, that even my spiritual life, it was not easy to keep up with that.
I know that a lot of people often say this, but I'm just going to repeat it. Your supervisor can make or break your project, guys. You need to be partnered with somebody you can work with for years, because you're going to be working on a project together for minimum 3 years in most institutions. So if you cannot work together, if you do not have peace, you need to be sure if it's something that you're going to be able to cope with for quite some time. I know a lot of students who have literally developed stress, anxiety, depression, all kinds of mental illnesses because of a bad working relationship with their supervisor. I really thank God that that's not the case with me. Thankfully, I've just been blessed with the most amazing. I think I've spoken about the supervisor so many times, I just praise them for the wonderful impact they have had in my research and my career in general. So just be sure, guys, that you can work with your supervisor, because it can make or break your project. Time right now is about 5 p.m. and the only thing I've had the whole day is breakfast, so I am starving. I'm going to wrap this vlog up here, but I guess what I can just say is that I don't regret doing my PhD. Actually, I really am appreciative that I did it, because it is helping me to apply my research work to what I'm doing right now in Cameroon. If I did not do that PhD, I don't think I would have the necessary skills to pull off what I'm trying to do. So I'm grateful, I'm appreciative, and I'm thankful and hopeful that it can come to a complete closure eventually. I know that my steps are ordered by the Lord, so irrespective, I believe that this is where God wants me to be, and I just need to keep on trusting Him and being led by Him, so that I will live out my life's purpose. So yes, guys, I will see you in the next video. This was a very quick one, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Like, subscribe, comment. I want to know your opinions. I want to know what you think about doing a PhD. Do you want to do it? Do you not want to do it? Do you think it's a waste of time? Do you think it's beneficial? Yeah, let me know in the comment section. Wow, let me know in the comments. It's been a while. I need to start vlogging again. Bye, guys.